Today on the Region Underground, another drowning on an Indiana beach. I wanted to talk about this. This popped into my noggin last week, and I'm very, very sorry that I didn't talk about it then, but we'll talk about what I consider just the lack of safety and the lack of lifeguards on Indiana beaches. If the beaches are open, there should be lifeguards where there's not one blind spot when the beaches are open. If they're showing a profit, they should be paying lifeguards because this is an extraordinary amount of people drowning. I don't care what. I don't care how the lake is acting. The lake acts the same way on all the shores. So we either have done something incorrect in Indiana, break wall, no lifeguards, or Illinois has to be the luckiest beachfront ever. And Michigan to boot. Yeah, this is just incredible how many people have drowned on Indiana beaches. Mayor McDermott, is he taking credit for the reduced flood zone? 1,000 homes going off the flood zone. That's happening right now. The list will be out, I believe, September the 12th. And Bill Baker and Dan Repay, interestingly enough, this morning didn't have much to say about that. How about that? How about that? What else you got?
MX says he's going to go to the Gary Airport for your shoe leather. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, MX, I want shoe leather traffic, and I also want our new hair scramble weather. Yeah. So MX will bring us some live. Where's he going, to Gary Airport? Live shoe leather traffic from the Gary Airport and the latest from our hair scramble weather correspondent, MX. We'll take your phone calls, of course, and we'll have a couple of tra-la-las today. Oh, a couple of tra-la-la. That's how we danced the night away in the merry old land of Oz.
Really? How's that working out for you?
Puke, puke, puke. Crap, crap, crap. A couple of la-dee-das. That's how we pass our time away in the merry old land of Oz. That was the first stronghold of the gay nation, was the merry old land of Oz. The whiz and all that stuff. Gotta take me a whiz in Oz. No public restrooms. Peeing on the poppies. All that. Ooh, it's stinky.
Preacher number one in the world. Don't you forget it.
King of the sultry world. It's just embarrassing to me that someone would call my show and tell me that I'm almost the best at WJOB.
God, you're better than Larry Lujak, Michael Douglas, and Merv Griffin. No, they can't even keep up with you.
Who do you listen to all the time, Stinky? When you want a little chuckle, who do you listen to?
It's the Preacher Show at 4 o'clock.
When you're feeling down and blue, who do you turn on?
It's the Preacher Show for sure.
That's what I'm talking about. When you need a couple of bucks, who do you call?
Well, you don't got
When you want to get rid of some stinky vegetables, what do you do?
give them to the preacher.
See?
Sure. Hey, the only thing you don't got is you don't got Merv Griffin's and Michael Douglas and Larry Lujak's money.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Or their good looks either. But I think I slept with one of their girlfriends. To have. You know what? I didn't shave today, Rex. You had a couple of choices there. Either I shave and come in late, or I don't shave. I just take the shower. I can't look that bad. Look at all our viewers. We're rocking their world. This is a lot tougher than 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, we were yanking in 70 a day. This is tough. You ever had a massage? Did you find that story for me yet? No. About the Ukrainian masseuses? I'm just saying. I've never had a massage either. Happy ending?
Not for this guy, no.
Bad story? I don't even know what a happy ending is. What do they talk about? Dr. Seuss? Is that what they're doing? Reading nursery rhymes during the massage?
I will not eat red, green eggs, and ham. I will not.
I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I could have written every one of those Dr. Seuss books. Any one of them. Give me a topic.
Shoes.
Who?
Shoes.
Shoes?
Topic.
All right, I'll work on that. I'm just saying they're all the same. They're all exactly the same. The shoes are the who's. World peace. What, for Dr. Seuss? What am I, a contestant on Miss America now? World peace. We come in peace. We come in peace. We come in peace. What about when I got the hairball and we were calling the hospitals and Perzo called some pet doctor, an animal doctor, a veterinarian?
For you?
I told Perzo, would you get community hospital on the phone for me? And he called community veterinarian clinic. Because I had a hairball. He probably thought it was funny. God rest his soul, too. He's gone.
Is everybody you know dead?
I only know dead people. Yes. Yes, everybody that I like is dead. Sorry, man. Well, I don't know you well enough yet. Yeah, what about that? The hairball.
Only slaved at your house.
I'm talking to a veterinarian. I had to lie and tell her it was my cat.
Mewing sound?
It was my cat. I got concerned when she said, you better bring it in. It could kill him. So then we called community hospital, and I thought we'd go for the emergency room, and I had to rethink that because maybe we were interrupting, someone who was bleeding to death or something.
An actual important.
Yeah. Somebody's arm got chopped off, and we get the doctor on the air, and the patient dies.
Would it kill you? Let me go.
Hey, it's broken. So we diverted and we went. I had him connect me to the cafeteria, and I asked the cashier if there were any doctors in there having lunch. You know what I mean? All right. Well, I thought it was funny. Hey, what about when we were calling the phone booths?
I don't know.
You weren't here for that?
I wasn't here for half the stuff you're going over right now.
We had phone numbers for payphones around Hammond and Northwest Indiana, and we would just call them to see if we could get somebody to answer them.
Oh, how cute.
Oh, it's great. Oh, yeah. It's hilarious. If they answered it, they'd win a prize or something. I know people can hear that phone ring. I would always answer them. I'm walking down the street of Los Angeles, phone rings, I'm answering the phone. Hey, Pete and Mabel's. Mabel speaking. How about the toddler that was tossed off the boat, 7-year-old kid? His dad threw him off a sightseeing cruise in Newport Beach, California. Did you happen to see that?
That had to hurt.
He told the kid, you got to get tough, kid.
Oh, is that the way?
You're too soft around the middle,
Here, let me show you.
butterball. I'm going to make a man out of you before you're 9. And he tossed him overboard. Ugh. We can laugh about it because somebody saved the kid. What makes people do such stuff? The dad is fighting with the wife. The kid is crying. Of course, a 7-year-old kid crying, that would aggravate me too. Isn't that too old to be throwing a tantrum? Wah! 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 I want an ice cream cone. I want a popcorn. I want a hot dog. Wah! I could understand to a degree the frustration of the father, but you don't toss him in the ocean. It's not a swimming pool where you whip him down the slip and slide like we used to do. All right, grab him. Okay, there he goes. Not likely to drown on the old slip and slide. But this dad threw his kid off the boat into the ocean. I've had just about enough of your crying and whining, you little brat. I'm not even sure if you're mine. Off you go. Do you yell then? Hey, kid overboard. I told you years ago. Some people should not be allowed to be parents. There should be some type of test. I know China's got the one kid rule. People complain about that. We should really be happy, though. I don't know if we would never get away with it in America because we are too sophisticated in America to even care about the overpopulation problem. But don't you think that China is doing us a big favor? Shouldn't we just keep our mouth shut and let them enforce their one-child law? That's it. You have one kid in China, they whack it off, man. I mean, you know what I mean. I mean, that's it. You're done. No more kids for you. No kids for you.